Did you play college sports? If so, where and what sport?
I did not play college sports. I joined the Navy right after high school.
What is or was your college experience like, good or bad?
I went to several schools. I went to Eureka. I went to Illinois State. I graduated from Robert Morris in 2004. Robert Morris was the best time because I was serious about my academics then, and I graduated with a 3.25 in computer networking. So Robert Morris, the last school, was the best.
How do you think junior college sports compare or match up with university sports?
I think the junior college sports they compare because they're freshmen and sophomores. So a lot of these kids have a 4 year ability just for some reason, academics and exposure, performance, they didn't go. So I think it compares favorably to the kids that are freshmen and sophomores at the 4 year school. There's really no difference at all.
What do you think is better route to take for an athlete, junior college or Division One, two, or three sports?
It depends on the athlete. Some kids come here, they have a Division One talent, but don't have Division One, Division Two skill set. So you'll go to a junior college, and then sometimes they don't know how to be good students. So a lot of times kids come here, we prepare them to be physically ready, mentally ready, get their basketball game ready, then get their academics ready. So if you have all that ready, if you're all lined up, then it's best to go to the 4 year. But if you don't have all that lined up, then it's best to come here or any type of junior college and learn how to be an outstanding student, how to be an outstanding athlete, get mentored by everybody on our staff is college educated. So, several of the staff have played in college, so we can give you all kind of life lessons here too. So for some kids, a lot of kids that are here, it's best for them. We don't have a kid on the team here that was ready to go to Division One or Division Two right now.
How do you help players get recruited by D1 looks?
First of all, I've been here for 15 years. I've had relationships with a lot of college coaches, and coaches move around. So I have a friend, his name is Chris Cornelius. He was at Western. Now he's the associate head coach at UW Milwaukee, and they won they won their league last year. So I know coaches throughout. I know Howard Moore was an assistant here at Bradley, and now he's the head coach at UIC. Was an assistant at Wisconsin. So we know a lot of people. Coach Weisinger puts a lot of effort into sending out these faxes to all these coaches. So if a kid has the ability and the academics to play Division One, then we get him there.
Why is it a player must sit out a year if he or she transfers in the conference?
That's a conference rule. It's not an NJCAA rule. It's a conference rule. And to me, what happens is you have a kid from like Peoria or a kid from Springfield or a kid from Lincoln go to the other JUCO, don't like it, then want to come right back home. And a lot of the coaches didn't agree with that. They thought that if a kid is in the conference, he needs to stay with the school in the conference. And there's an appeal process, but it has to be, approved by every team in the league, and that won't happen.
So that could happen in Division One, two, or three?
Not junior college, no.
Okay.
But it's a conference rule, like I said. So like in the Jayhawk conference down in Kansas, I think they let them kids transfer around. They don't care.
What was your schedule like as a college athlete or as a college student?
Well, I'm a non-traditional student because I did my first 8 years in the Navy. So when I was at Robert Morris, I had a day job. I worked in District 150. Then I would go to basketball practice, and then I take that back. When I started my bachelor's, I had a let's see, I'm trying to think. I had a job and I had basketball. My undergrad was doing second shift, so I worked first shift. My graduate stuff was first shift, so I got a second shift job, and then I coached, and then I went to the undergrad. So it was pretty busy. So I had a full-time job and the basketball and and the 16-hour course load.
Do you think your work ethic was right for your schedule? Why?
I think it was because I was still above average an assistant here. I still was a great employee at my job, and then I was still an outstanding student. I was 375 undergrad and 325, and that's working and all the time constraints that I had. But I think if you make it be important, then you work through it. So yeah, it was important for me to graduate.